So I've got one more myth, and I know I'm bleeding over into April now. I could almost go for April as well. And today's myth is that you have to train. You have to match your mesocycle to a woman's menstrual cycle. And that's a myth too. You don't have to do that. Even if you are an enlightened, female specific personal trainer and you've done all the extra education, you do not have to cycle a woman's training. I do bang on a lot about it. I do like it a lot because it feels like a very natural rhythm. But no, you don't have to do it to get results from your female clients. What you do have to do is track her cycle. So the cycle's a really important way to understand her overall health. As we discussed last week, it's as vital as her resting heart rate and her rate of perceived exertion when it comes to collecting information about where she's at and whether she's under the weather and how she's coping with your exercise prescription. It's the first sign that something is wrong, whether it's something physical, emotional, mental, not enough calories, too many calories. However, your training plan itself can remain, pretty much the same throughout her cycle. As long as she's healthy, she's happy to perform it. Any training plan, whether it's cyclical or linear, should have an off week anyway. And then it's up to you whether you're going to schedule it around her premenstrual phase or her menstruation, or you're just going to do it when she feels like it, because every woman's cycle is different. Understanding the person in front of you is probably more important than being very regimented in your exercise prescription and your cycling. So while her performance is not impaired by her cycle, the symptoms of menstruation may impair her thoughts about training, her thoughts and her feelings about training, right? So that will impact her performance. 89% of women in one particular study reported PMS, and PMS will determine whether or not they show up at the gym in the first place. So again, that woman in front of you, that trusting relationship, your ability to let go if she's not okay or not up for what you have planned, those things, again, far more important than a regimented cyclical training program. So actually on that same study showed the main barriers for exercise when women are on their period is access to toilets and sanitary products. So if you're an outdoor trainer, that's probably something to think about, especially like that number was 89% of women will just not show up. So I have a free course which I will put a link to in the comments. But these are 5 things to change right now if you're working with women. And one of them is about this topic in particular, tracking her cycle. So I will see you all next week. Any questions, feel free to DM me. Otherwise, have a fantastic week.